So I'm actually, this is my fifth time doing this video, so I'm actually going to hit the points as concise as possible. So the movie that I'm going to reference in this presentation is American Gangster by Denzel Washington. Best movie of life, best movie ever. If you don't watch it, you're not an American. Okay, you're still an American, but you have to watch it. Like, this is one of the greatest movies of all time. And the theme of the movie is that Denzel, who plays Frank Lucas, he was a chauffeur for a Harlem mob boss. And after the boss died, due to Denzel's ingenuity and just all the skills that he learned from the previous boss, he became one of Harlem's most powerful crime lords or crime bosses. So in this movie, I'm going to express 5 points. 5 points, and those five, oh, actually 5 definitions. So those 5 definitions are conflict, escalatory spiral, direct aggression, compromise, and collaboration. So the first definition is conflict. And the definition of conflict is an expressed struggle between two interdependent parties who perceive incompatible goals. So the part in the movie that highlights this definition is when Denzel, who plays again Frank Lucas, he demanded 80% from Tango, because Tango was selling products in his district, and the tax for the product was 80% of whatever you made, which is right. That's the right amount. And Tango is very upset because he felt as though he got so big that he don't need to pay, or he grew so fast that he doesn't need to pay that 80%. And what ended up happening is that it led to Frank shooting Tango in the head, or let's use an appropriate word, terminating Tango, because he was not let's use a good word. He wasn't sticking to regulations. Let's say that. And this again ended up Frank Lucas just shot Tango in the head. Conflict avoided. So the second thing I'm going to express is escalatory spiral, and this is dealing with both parties. They treat one another with matching hostility, and this leads to one person insulting each other, like they're insulting each other and threatening each other. So the part in the movie was dealing with a detective. He was at a luxurious party with notorious dealers and suppliers, and the detective groped one of the dealer's girlfriends. It started off as a joke, and then words, started to grow and grow and grow until it led to disrespect. So the detective disrespected one of the dealers, and this led to an exchange in foul language, which then led to the detective being shot in the leg, his good leg, because your right leg is the best leg, and the individual who shot him, his name was Jimmy Z. He was played by Malcolm Goodwin, and this scene expressed escalatory spiral because it shows how language can just escalate a situation, hence escalatory spiral. Okay, and the scene ended badly because Denzel felt disrespected. Who was Frank Lucas? Frank Lucas felt disrespected, so he ended up smashing Jimmy Z's head in the piano, and in the morning he's going to have a horrible headache. It's just, I don't even think aspirin will fix that. So the next thing I'm going to express is dealing with direct aggression, which is a lashing out, when a person or individual lashes out at the source or attacks the source of displeasure. And the scene that expresses this is when Nikki was upset with the approach. Nikki Barnes is another notorious drug dealer product dealer who Frank supplied Blue Magic, which was his product, and Frank was upset at Nikki because Nikki remixed his product and diluted, and Frank felt as though Nikki was diluting, or he is diluting Frank's brand. And Frank uses as he came into the club, Nikki was having a great time, and then he knew why Frank was there. So once he sat down, everything was relaxed, and then as Frank began to use big words, saying that infringement, and he used a great example of how Coca-Cola, when you can't add stuff to Coca-Cola and still say that it's Coca-Cola, that is disrespectful, that's infringement. And Nikki hit the glass, and he said, "How are you gonna come in here and you're gonna disrespect me in my house, and you're going to just he lashed out. He made competence attacks at Frank, saying that, oh, using these big words and how you gonna lash out at me? You know, you're just like me. And oh, I apologize again. This hat is not to express my points. I'm actually going to sleep, so it's just don't even care about this. I should have said that at the start of the video. And in the end of this direct aggression, which is, again, is a lash out or attacks with at the source of displeasure. This same scene portrayed compromise as well, because even though Nicky lashed out at Frank, there was a compromise that was being made, because he realized that if Frank does not supply me with this blue magic, which sounds like a toilet bowl cleaner, but it's also a great name, that he will not be able to live that luxurious lifestyle. So he listened to Frank. He did not dilute Frank's product, and what the compromise was, Frank got his product, just original and retained the brand. In addition to that, what Frank got was the respect that he deserved, and what Nicky got was a continuous cash flow in his life. Who doesn't want that life? I want my life. So the last thing is collaboration, one of the best words ever used in the dictionary, because it's just a win-win, and that's the definition. Collaboration is when you seek a win-win in conflicts. So it was it was a part in the movie where it was actually at the end of the movie, which was not the best part for me, but it was a part where Russell Crowe played Richie Roberts, who was a detective, and he caught Frank. He raided one of his compounds, and he got all of Frank's products, all of Frank's money, all of the money. And what happened was Richie and Frank collaborated, because what Richie told Frank was, if we don't collaborate together and bust all these other bosses and disassemble this mob-like structure, you're going to go to jail for triple life or quadruple life, something that was outrageous. And instead, the collaboration, this is a piece of his compromise, but the collaboration came together where Frank gave all the information and all the suppliers' details, and this led to hundreds of individuals, or even thousands of individuals, arrested, compounds shut down, supplier chains dried up, and just the product did not flood the streets as much. They were not as prevalent. And what Richie got was all of that, what I just said: justice, mob power disassembled, drug dealer bust. And Frank, what really not shocked me, but what really hit me was that what Frank got was, of course, 25 years, which is less, and he got an enlightened perspective, because at the end of the movie he saw the modern day, individuals, thugs or gangsters, whatever you want to call them, and it was just not the same. The purpose was not the same. So I definitely recommend watching this movie. It's one of the best movies I've ever saw. It shows the American dream in its rawest form. Watch the movie with an open mind, and you got to remember that the society or the environment that these individuals came up in, it was not a very nice society, not a very nice environment. So definitely watch this movie. It's a great movie, American Gangster by Denzel Washington. Watch it.